The Jack froze emails. Imagine checking your email on a normal afternoon, only to find a new message waiting for you from a friend who has been dead for 5 months. This is exactly what happened to a man named Tim Hart in November of 2011. The email came from the account of his best friend Jack Froze, who had passed away suddenly from a heart problem back in June of that same year at the age of 32. The subject line of the email simply said, "I am watching." The message inside was short and terrifying because it asked Tim if he could hear him and told him to clean his attic. This was disturbing because shortly before Jack died, they had been up in Tim's attic together, and Jack teased Tim about how dusty and dirty the attic was. No one else knew about that conversation, so it felt impossible that anyone else could have sent that message. Still, a single coincidence like this might not be that unlikely. For example, the account could have been hacked, and the hacker might have said, "Clean your room," for no particular reason. However, on the same night, another email was sent to Jack's cousin named Jimmy McGraw. Jimmy had broken his ankle just 1 week before receiving the email. The message asked him how he was doing and said he knew Jimmy was going to break his ankle and that he tried to warn him. It also told him to say hello to another cousin they called Rock. Jimmy broke his ankle months after Jack had already died, so there was no way Jack could have known about the injury while he was alive. People came up with several theories to explain these messages, and one of the most logical ones suggested that Jack used a special service that lets you write emails today that get sent automatically after some time. He might have scheduled them to send 5 months later, which would explain the attic comment if he wrote it right after visiting Tim. However, it does not perfectly explain the broken ankle message. The only explanation for that is a strange coincidence where Jack predicted an injury or made a lucky guess in a scheduled message. Some people suggested it might have been one of Jack's friends, but they would have had to know about the discussion he had with Tim. When asked, they all said they didn't have the login information. To this day, nobody knows for sure who pressed the send button or how the writer knew such specific details about the lives of the people left behind.